The day he regretted everything. The soft hum of a string quartet wove through the ballroom, mingling with laughter and clinking glasses. Golden light bathed the guests, a sea of silk and tuxedos gliding across polished floors. Amy Carter stood at the edge, watching, her fingers brushing the diamond on her finger. Tonight was her dream, her engagement to Nathan Sterling. Nathan, tall and commanding, played the role of the perfect fiancé with effortless charm. He had everything: wealth, influence, a future as solid as the stone on her hand. But when their eyes met, something flickered in his gaze. Cold, calculated, gone before she could name it. "You look perfect," he murmured, lips grazing her ear. "I can't wait to spend forever with you." Amy smiled, but a shadow of doubt lingered. Lately, something had been off. Pushing it aside, she let the night carry her, until she overheard the conversation that shattered everything. Nathan's voice drifted from the hallway, low, amused. "She's so naive. Signed everything over without a second thought. That land is mine, no matter what." A chill crawled up her spine. "Just tell me when we're done with her," he continued, voice dripping with disdain. "She's a stepping stone, nothing more." The world tilted. Her fiancé, the man she trusted, had been using her all along. Her father's fortune, her legacy, just pawns in his game. Every whispered promise, every tender touch, a carefully crafted lie. A scream clawed at her throat, but she swallowed it. Confronting him would be too easy. No, he had made a mistake, one he would regret. Without a word, Amy turned and walked out. The engine's hum filled the car as she gripped the wheel, knuckles white. No tears came. Tears were for the weak, for the naive girl she had been hours ago. Nathan thought he had won, but he had underestimated her. She pulled over, heart pounding, mind racing. She could expose him, ruin him, but that wouldn't be enough. No, she needed something greater. She needed him to feel the ground crumble beneath him, just as she had. A slow, bitter smile formed. She had everything she needed. Amy's plan began with a single phone call to Robert Langley, one of Nathan's father's former business partners. A man Nathan had betrayed years ago, leveraging his way into control of the Sterling Empire. Langley had waited for an opportunity to strike back. Amy gave him one. One meeting turned into several. She compiled records, financials, and secrets Nathan had assumed were buried. She dug through old contracts, identifying the legal loopholes Nathan had exploited. With Langley's influence, she slowly turned Nathan's investors against him, sowing doubt in boardrooms and whispered conversations over expensive scotch. Then, she played her final hand. Using Nathan's own arrogance against him, she had him sign a series of agreements without reading the fine print. He believed he was restructuring assets, shuffling finances, to protect himself from minor business setbacks. In reality, he was handing over his most valuable holdings piece by piece, and by the time he realized, it was too late. The cracks in Nathan's empire appeared subtly at first. A failed investment here, a botched deal there. He brushed off the rumors, confident in his control. But Amy was already moving behind the scenes, orchestrating his downfall with quiet precision. His prized developments, bought out. His trusted partners, turned against him. Every time he grasped at salvation, her name waited at the end of the contract, and still he remained oblivious. Then came the gala. He sent the invitation as a power move, expecting her to crawl back, seeking closure. But when Amy arrived, she wasn't the woman he had once controlled. She was something else entirely. Nathan approached with his signature smirk. "Amy, I didn't expect to see you." "Why not?" she purred. "You invited me." Relief flickered across his face. "I was worried you might be angry." Amy's smile was honey-laced venom. Angry? Oh, Nathan, I'm not angry. I'm just getting started. His smirk faltered. What are you talking about? She leaned in, voice like ice. You should be afraid. The color drained from his face as she walked away. Days later, the final blow came. A single letter. Nathan's hands trembled as he read it. His last asset, the Sterling estate, no longer belonged to him. Signed away in a transaction he had ignored, assuming he was untouchable. Everything was gone. His phone buzzed. The name on the screen. Amy Carter. He answered, voice shaking. Amy, You wanted everything, she cut in, calm and merciless. My father's fortune, my trust, my love. Now you'll watch me take everything from you. Panic clawed at his throat. Please, She laughed, a quiet, deadly sound. You never saw me coming, Nathan. And now, you'll regret everything. The line went dead. Nathan slumped in his chair, the weight of his mistakes crushing him. He had played the game well, but Amy had played it better. Nathan stood at the threshold of the estate, the weight of his downfall pressing against him. The once grand mansion loomed before him, now a cold monument to everything he had lost. He hesitated, gripping the edges of the legal documents Amy had handed him, the final severance from his past, his last shred of power, gone. Inside, Amy remained poised, watching him with an unreadable expression. No anger, no satisfaction, just quiet certainty. You wanted control, Nathan. You built your life on it. But you never controlled me. And now, you control nothing. He swallowed hard. He had spent months grasping for any remnants of his empire, but everything had slipped through his fingers like sand. His business, obliterated by scandal. His reputation, dragged through the mud by the media. And Amy? She had walked away untouched, stronger than ever. Is this what you wanted? He asked, voice hoarse. To ruin me? Amy tilted her head slightly, considering him. No, Nathan, you ruined yourself. I just stepped aside and let it happen. Silence stretched between them, thick with unspoken truths. For the first time, Nathan saw himself through her eyes, not as the invincible man he had believed himself to be, but as a desperate fool who had gambled everything and lost. She turned to leave, her heels echoing against the marble floors. Nathan clenched his fists, forcing himself to stay upright as she disappeared from view. He wanted to stop her, to beg, but the words caught in his throat, swallowed by the crushing weight of regret. His phone vibrated, breaking the silence. He glanced down, a single message, from her. I hope you've learned something, Nathan, but some lessons come too late. Goodbye. His breath hitched, a final nail in the coffin. He had spent his life chasing power, thinking it would make him untouchable. But, in the end, power hadn't saved him. Amy had. The finality of it all hit like a tidal wave, and for the first time, Nathan understood what it meant to truly lose. Not just wealth or power, but love, trust, time. His deepest regret wasn't the money or the empire he had built and lost. It was Amy. For Amy, the ultimate revenge wasn't making Nathan suffer. It was reclaiming her life, her future, and her power. If you enjoyed this story, you might be interested in this next video. For more heartwarming, uplifting, triumph, revenge, and emotional rewarding stories, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.